Good evening, and welcome back to the ISA astronaut training facilities. Tonight, I talk to the 3 career space officers who will travel with the Newton mission when it investigates RAMA early next year. Well, the Newton astronauts will carry 2 versions of this uniform up to RAMA. One model, which I'm not wearing tonight, will fit over our spacesuits for use in physically hostile environments. The other, this one, will wear inside the Newton and in other benign locations. The most important feature of the uniform and our most important piece of equipment is the ARM computer. Also a communications device. We'll use it to transmit and receive vidmail messages from the other astronauts. And one of those other astronauts is Richard Wakefield. Wakefield is a quintessential systems engineer. He has no peer in the astronaut corps. Richard, can you explain for us non-technological people just what is a systems engineer?
Suppose an engineering team were given the task of designing a human being. Now, undoubtedly, they would employ specialists to create such complex subsystems as the heart, the brain, the liver, etc. But someone would have to ensure that the total person could function, that each of the parts could be integrated and together produce a working human being. That's the systems engineer's job.
Thank you, Richard. We know how busy you are, and we appreciate your taking the time to talk with us. Working with Richard Wakefield...
Excuse me, Francesca, but I believe I have another function on this project, one that may be of even greater importance than my nominal tasks.
And that is?
It's clear we are going to encounter some absolutely mind-boggling technology. Technology that, for all intents and purposes, is indistinguishable from magic. I can't wait to see this engineering magic firsthand and attempt to figure out how it works, what it means, and what it says about the intelligence that created it. Yes, well, that's it, I guess.
Thank you, Richard. Richard's 2 ISA colleagues are both women. Engineering specialist Irina Turgenyev and Chief Medical Officer Nicole Jardins. Yesterday, astronaut Turgenyev had just finished testing the new flight rover when I caught up with her. She once said that she was married to the ISA and had no time or desire for any other life.
Sometimes, after a mission, I return home to Kiev to visit my parents. I look around and I wonder if I have missed something important. I have no husband, no children, no life outside the ISA. My work is my life. It has been worth it, though. I have seen the fury of dust storms on Mars. I have seen the glory of the Earth rise from the moon and a fiery volcano on Io from a distance of only 10 kilometers. And now I am to be part of the most important mission humans have ever undertaken. I admit I am frightened about what we may find, but I wouldn't trade my position with any other woman in the world.
I've just been informed that Dr. Desjardins is now available to talk to us. Good evening, Nicole. Can you tell us what you've been doing today?
Certainly, Francesca. I've just finished a series of tests on the new robotic surgical equipment that we'll be taking with us on the Newton. As you know, since I'm the only doctor on the crew, computers and robots must be my assistants in any complicated procedure.
Is everything working correctly?
Not yet, but that's normal. We still have several more months to iron out the bugs.
Nicole, are you at all worried about the medical equipment being ready by flight time?
Not at all. My concern, Francesca, is that we may have a major medical emergency while we're exploring RAMA. That would obviously present challenges. Due to weight restrictions, we can only carry limited amounts of diagnostic equipment. And while our robotic support is excellent, some of the newest devices haven't been exhaustively field tested.
Do you anticipate excessive levels of stress due to the unusual nature and high profile of this project?
My primary psychological concern has always been using an inexperienced crew on a long-duration mission. Career astronauts like Turgenyev and Wakefield are low risk in any kind of space mission. They've performed in similar situations throughout their entire careers. It's the 5 neophytes who worry me.
Well, as one of those neophytes who has been training for over 2 years now, let me ask you what it would take to alleviate your concerns.
Please forgive me, Francesca. It's my duty to worry about the what-ifs. You and Reggie Wilson and the scientists will try to understand and interpret what you find at RAMA. My primary task is simpler. reduced the probability of untoward health events to the lowest possible level. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must...
Of course, Dr. Desjardins. Well, that wraps up our show for tonight. I hope that you'll be back with us tomorrow evening for our final segment on the crew of the Newton. Until then, for IBC, this is Francesca Sabatini.